wanted to go over a new setup I was testing out today. Pretty much the regular setup, just a couple of little tweaks. I've got the Heiken Ashi painting the background, but I'm using a 13 period EMA for the Heiken Ashi input. So it's like the Heiken Ashi and the 13 period EMA had a baby. It came together in union and spit out this background color. So from 9:31, the first candle of the New York Open, we were red background all the way up to 10:06. Then it went green. Then at 10:30, back to red. And then the candle outlines are being painted by the Heiken Ashi core with the regular default input. So it's just Heiken Ashi on price. That's printing the outlines. And then the insides of the candles, that's just the regular candles. Up candles, down candles, up candles. And then when they're black on the insides, that's the single bar divergence from the ultimate delta indicator. And then way up above, all the price, way up above and below, I've got all my signals at a 2000 tick offset, so they're off screen. So I'm not looking at these signals on the chart, but I've got the signal counter indicator, and it's letting me know how many signals I've got. If there's two or more that appear on the same bar, it's spitting out this number. So that way I don't have to have my chart cluttered with a bunch of different signals. So just a few little modifications there. I've got the ultimate POC on here, giving me the point of control for each candle. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I like to look for when point of control is drawn down into some big wicks. Got the point of control down in these wicks, got a nice bounce up. Got point of control up in these wicks, we'll move down. Another point of control in the wick, move down. Point of control up in this wick, move down. Point of control up in this wick, move down. So I've got the price action signals on here. Same settings as I used in the video on the recent settings on the price action indicator that I made a couple days ago. Got the XXX on here, default settings with all the signals activated. And then I've got the trend and reversal on here with the RSI as an input. And then I've got the signal counter with the number of signals at 2. Could bump that up to 3, but I don't have that many signals that it's monitoring on this chart, so I'm leaving it as a 2. Disabled the arrows. Since I put this new calculation method in here with the slight delay, it's been running great with absolutely zero lag for over a week now. And I've also heard back from some people that are using it, and they said that it totally removed the lag and it's been running great for them too, so it's a good sign. I also put this same setup on a 60-minute chart. I wanted to show you some single bar divergence on a higher time frame. Got some single bar divergence on this 60-minute candle, so I'd be looking for a breakout above the high or below the low. We do get the breakout below the low. I might be looking for more of like a 5 or 10 point break on the 60-minute chart. If we got the break at 61, came down over 100 points there in a couple hours. Here's some more single bar divergence. Next candle is an inside candle, which also has some single bar divergence. Waiting for the break lower, pop down 70 points. Here we get some single bar divergence, and then another inside candle, which also has single bar divergence. And then waiting for the break above, pop up 200 points. Here's some single bar divergence. Got point of control drawn down on the wick. Waiting for a break 10 points higher. Looks like we don't get the break until this candle pops up over 100 points. Single bar divergence. Waiting for the break lower, 461. Drops another 100 points there. So lots of different possibilities. I've also got this set up on the 5-minute chart as well. See the Heiken Ashi trend painting the background, keeping us in a good trend flow. Got some single bar divergence on this candle at 10:05. We'll break higher, nice push up. So the signal counter has been working great. I still might add one more calculation option. We'll see, but I'm pretty happy with the results as it is. It is back to being available on the website. on my WAP store. All the other indicators are available as well. There are links in the description. Had some single bar divergence on the last 60-minute candle of the day yesterday. Got the break higher, popped up over 200 points overnight. I don't really like looking at the delta on the higher time frames, but I've been checking out the single bar divergence from the ultimate delta on the higher time frames, and seems to be some pretty good information to be aware of. The market opens in 2 minutes. I also discovered a strange quirk. If anyone is using the signal counter indicator and the ultimate VWAP on the same chart, apparently the previous day VWAP clotheslines, this feature, it creates some kind of signal, and the signal counter will pick that up. I was getting some extra signals that I couldn't figure out where they were coming from, and apparently it was coming from this feature on the VWAP. So I moved the previous day VWAP closes to a different chart. I'll have to look into that. Market is open, 9:30. Just bounced off this MMT special volume line from the key levels. There's also the midnight line and a special volume area on the 5-minute. Just got a long for 5 points. Ton of delta. Huge full body candle. We just popped up another 40 points to this cluster of key levels here. Had a triple signal on the first candle of the New York Open here. Break higher. Very nice move. Got some 10 o'clock news today. Just got a bounce short trade off a whole number. We had a previous day point of control right at whole number. We had the R1 pivot. And we had a previous day VWAP close right at whole number. And delta had been steadily declining on this move up. I only got a few points. I should have stayed in a little bit longer, but didn't fully trust it. We just popped down over 30 points from whole number there. Got a 5 signal here on the 1 minute. Point of control drawn up into the top. Not much of a wick on this candle though. This is a strong move. I don't really see a reason to get short at the moment. This 5 signal ended up working out when we got the break lower here. 65 down to 50. 15 points. After we rejected 50, had a nice bounce up. I got a long for the full 10 points. Back positive on the day after some dumb F around trade some point in the middle of the night last night. I've tried trading every single different session at various times in my life. Asian session, London session, afternoon session, New York afternoon session, the lunch hour. I've tried everything. And the one I always trade the best over and over and over and over is the New York Open, first hour of the New York Open. Pre-market, I seem to do okay, but I just don't find that many trades. And occasionally 10:30 to 11:30, I'd say that'd be my second best time frame. But there's just nothing like the first hour of the New York Open. Just looking at the 60-minute chart here, got a previous day value area high on the top of these wicks right here. 3 different wicks. Then we've got the top of these wicks back here. Just gonna mark out those 2 levels. There I got some other levels to the upside to look at. Had some single bar divergence back here on the 5-minute. Nice big wick on the bottom here. Point of control. Pulled down into it a little bit. Taking the break higher. Popped up over 20 points. It's got a triple signal back here on the 1 minute. Taking the breakout lower. Just popped down over 15 points. Right back to the 20 SMA and yesterday's open. Getting a little hold up there. Had a triple signal here on the 1 minute. Nice break higher. We pulled right back to this previous day VWAP close at 427. Pretty much to the tick. Just bounced up over 100 points. The previous day VWAP closes are part of the ultimate VWAP indicator. Just got rejected off of the yesterday's open / yesterday's New York Open area. That's been a pretty hefty key level all morning long. Got a little long off of the 15-minute low / midnight / pre-market low cluster down here. I was still liking the longs a little bit better, even with the push down after the news. It's 10:31. Just got into one more long when we pulled back down to the lower Bollinger Band here. It was honestly kind of a boredom trade. I like the idea of getting into one more long It wasn't the best area, although it ended up being the best area. Well, I got into one more trade. Before I turned my computer off, I saw all this delta coming in. We were breaking above out of this chop. Hopped in on a little long there. I cashed out for 8 points, but it went for the full 10 and then some. Added another 75 bucks to the pile. Up over 400 for the day. Not bad for 1 hour or so. Especially if I ever get 20 Apex accounts, 5 Tradeify accounts, and 5 Take Profit Trader accounts. Just signed on for a minute before the market close. We got some more single bar divergence on the 60-minute chart for the 11 o'clock candle. Point of control drawn down into this wick. When we got the break above, popped up 90 points. Might want to check out the single bar divergence on the higher time frames. I hope everyone else had a great day of trading. Take Profit Trader is still having their no activation fee sale. Anyone that uses code MonkeyMan is amazing. There are links to all the indicators that I'm using in the description. The new signal counter indicator has been working great for like 2 weeks now with the new formula. And this version is available. And if you use code MonkeyMan over at NINZA Indicators, you get an additional 15% off on top of any of their crazy sales that they're having going on. You get an even better price. I've got their session profile on here. I've got their composite profile doing the 3-day volume profile over here. I've got their innovative ordering chart buttons, which includes these big market order buttons and also these limit order one-click strips on the side. I just want to get in above the high or below the low of a candle real quick. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.